What caused the 80s economic boom and trade shifts? What actually caused the economic boom of the 1980s and the shifts in trade? Let's take a closer look at this fascinating period. The 1980s, particularly from 1983 to 1989, were marked by significant economic changes. This boom was largely due to a mix of strict monetary policies and a shift towards market-friendly reforms. In the late 1970s and early 1980s, the United States and other major economies faced severe inflation and recession. This was partly triggered by oil price shocks and loose monetary policies from the previous decade. To tackle this crisis, the Federal Reserve, led by Paul Volcker, took decisive action. Interest rates were sharply raised, sometimes exceeding 20%. While this led to a painful recession with high unemployment, it ultimately set the stage for future growth. Once inflation was under control, interest rates gradually decreased. This made borrowing easier, which encouraged both investment and consumer spending. The administration of President Ronald Reagan played a key role by supporting deregulation and tax cuts. These pro-business policies stimulated business expansion and innovation across various sectors. During this time, Wall Street experienced a dramatic rise. Financial activity surged, and new investment opportunities flourished. The combination of controlled inflation, lower interest rates, and supportive policies fueled strong growth in gross domestic product and job creation throughout the mid to late 1980s. Now, let's talk about trade shifts. The 1980s saw significant changes in global commerce. The United States experienced a growing trade deficit as imports surged, particularly from rapidly industrializing countries like Japan. This was partly due to the strong dollar and the movement of manufacturing overseas to countries with lower labor costs. At the same time, there was a push towards more open international trade agreements and globalization. This reshaped supply chains and economic relationships around the world. From a nostalgic perspective, the 1980s are often remembered as a time of economic optimism and dynamic change. The boom brought a renewed sense of American confidence, symbolized by the rise of corporate culture, booming stock markets, and consumerism. The trade shifts reflected the increasing interconnectedness of the global economy, laying the groundwork for the modern market we see today. Despite the earlier hardships of recession and high unemployment, the 1980s ended on a high note, leaving a lasting impression of growth and opportunity.